The Italian chef reveals all the secrets of traditional Kazakh cuisine in Joe's Kazakh recipe program. Cook together with us and enjoy delicious taste. Hi guys, I'm Giorgio Palazzi. I'm your Italian chef cooking from the steppe of Kazakhstan. Believe me or not, if you follow me, you will learn how to cook fantastic food. First of all, today we will cook cocktail, which is a nice carp cooked in a tandoor oven with a lot of vegetables. Second, we will cook the traditional Kazakh bread, lipyoshka. Follow me and you will learn how to cook fantastic food every day. So today we're gonna cook, first of all, fish. And the fish, of course, this is a country that is very far from the sea. So we're gonna cook a lake fish. This lake fish is a carp. Cocktail is fish baked without removing the scales. It's an ancient Central Asian dish. Willow Gray near lakes where carp swam. People caught carps, threatened them on willow twigs, dug a hole near a bank, made fire in the hole and threw stones in it so they get very hot. Then they baked the fish on the stone. They hadn't removed the scales before baking. Later, the recipe was changed and vegetables, spices and mayonnaise were included too. So the carp, as you know, has a very, let's say, interesting taste. It tastes of soil. It's not very, fishy. It's something very strange. So as the Kazakh like to do, we will do it putting a lot of spices. So the spices will give the taste and will give the flavor. In this case, we are having a middle-size carp. Carps can be also 20, 30, 50 kilos. This is a baby. So I will start now opening and preparing the carp the way that we should do, because we need to open it like a book. And this one has to cook, open it. And we were gonna clean the fish from the guts. And very attentive, we are going now to open it, trying to not destroy the fillet. We have to follow the bones. And now, guys, if you really think that Kazakh people, they are meat eaters only, it's wrong. I can swear to God, the Kazakh like very much fish, and they have a variety of fish. Of course, they don't have all the variety of the sea fish that we have, but they have a lot of fantasy cooking and making this very simple fish very tasty. So let's go on. I open it, this, as I told you, it's open like a book, as you can see. Now, my first thing, it will be putting salt. You know the story of the salt. Being that Kazakhstan doesn't have a real sea, or they have huge deposits of this kind of salt, which is called fossil, because they are deposits of old dry seas. Millions of years ago, they were all sea instead of the steppe. So now, underground, there are a lot of caves and thousands of kilometers full of this white salt. And this is salt that we use, and they use, Kazakhstan, they use it to, of course, to give a taste to their food. Plus, now we will put, as I told you, some spices. Everybody here likes to be a little bit spicy. We are in Asia, guys, so don't forget. And also, don't forget that in Italy also we like very much spicy, especially in our south. So, now, I'm also putting something that usually usually Kazakh people don't do. I put here, this is cumin, but it's also a great taste of Asia. Most of the Asian dishes are made with cumin, but just a little bit, because the cumin is quite strong and it gives immediately very strong feeling. Guys, follow my advice. The carp is not a delicious fish, so try to make it rich with a lot of spices, as much as you can. Kazakh people like very much something that came from Russia, which is mayonnaise. So they like to put it everywhere. In this case, I will put it exactly on the fish. And I will make a sort of dress like this. And then, to make it more rich, I will cover it with vegetables. Now, I will change my working place. This beautiful carp, I will put it aside, like this. I will take the other chopping board, and one thing that Kazakh like very much is also onion. In our culture, like for example in Italy, we don't put very much onion, especially on the fish. But I will do a compromise. I will do like a fusion. Italy, Europe, and Kazakhstan. So I'll put, of course, onion, but I will put also garlic. One full onion. There we are. Onion is done. To make it, of course, more interesting, I will put also a very nice tomato. This will make not only the taste, but it make also a very nice decoration, because the fish will look like a very colored, very rich. Okay, there we are. And then also a very nice yellow sweet pepper. Believe me, you are a little bit confused, too many ingredients, too many stuff, but after all, when it will go in the oven, and the oven, this tandoori, will make all the taste to fuse together, it will be fantastic. There is also a nice zucchini. Zucchini, you know that 90% of the zucchini, it's water. So I don't want really that, that the fish become watery. So what I will do, I will take off the external part, which has all the taste, and by the way, also the vitamins are there. As I told you, more ingredient and more taste you give, you help the carp to be more tasty. I told you the carp is a little bit tasteless, So let's help this dish to become interesting. Now, guys, if somebody will try to tell you, but this is not correct, this cutting is not the correct one, we put the whole zucchini. Listen, this is my version of a national dish. I like it more like this, then everybody can choose. Okay, now, last things, I want to cut also eggplant, because the more, I said, the more stuff you put, the better it is. In this case, I will make like rounds. Okay. And final touch, garlic. This is the Italian version of an Asian recipe. As you know, garlic is one of our national products. We put it almost everywhere. And also in this case, I like to say that the fish likes much more garlic than onion. It's a sort of, we call it marriage between ingredients. And this marriage with the garlic, it's perfect combined with the fish. So now I pulverized this garlic, and now that I have this anti-vampire ingredient, I will put it on the fish everywhere. So I will spray it in order to give the taste of the garlic everywhere. And finally, I'm going to put my vegetables. So now we have all the vegetables here. I will start with tomatoes. As you can see now, I will construct like a lasagna, you know, with different layers of products. And also remember that all these vegetables, it was very popular among the cuisine when they were nomads. Because, for example, onion, you can carry for a long distance and they don't go bad. So, of course, they could use it during the trip. They could take some month. So, for example, you know, carrots and all this onions, garlic, everything was suitable for this kind of cuisine. Now, our mix of eggplants, zucchini. It's fantastic. Only to watch all these colors makes me the mood to get better. Watch how cute can be a plate. Imagine all this now goes to the oven. So you will see that, of course, vegetables will lose the volume, so they will become flat. It will be all melted on the fish, and all this, the sauce will go inside the meat of the fish. So result will be fantastic. We are ready now to put everything in the tandoor oven. There it is. The name of this recipe, cocktail, which to my ears it sounds like cocktail, and it's a cocktail of vegetables. A cocktail with vegetable, fish, spices, it's all together. And then the real meaning, it's willow tree. So now we are going to put our fish on this special grill to get inside the tandoor oven. There we are. Okay, so this is to carry the whole stuff. Now it's inside the oven. There we are. And now our dish will go on until ready. Cocktail. Fish with vegetables baked in tandoor oven. Slice the fish along his backbone, gut and rinse it. Season inside with salt, spices, and add mayonnaise. Season the top with garlic. You can cut the vegetables as you wish. You may slice the eggplants and tomatoes. Slice the onion into semicircles and cut the bell pepper and thick skin of the squash into julienne stripes. Put layers of vegetables over the fish. Bake it in the maximum temperature in the oven for about 35 minutes. If you use a tandoor oven or cocktail heater, it takes 25 minutes to bake the fish. So, guys, today we are going to talk about what is the most popular food in the whole world. I answer you now. Bread. The bread is all over the world. Each country has his own recipe, his own traditional bread. Kazakhstan has also his own bread. And this bread was made when they were always on the run, they were always on the steppe, they were feeding and watching the animals, and they were building their yurtas. So the bread is something that is sacred to most of the population. Now today we are going to cook lipyoshka. The lipyoshka is a typical Kazakh bread, and let's say a typical Central Asian bread. Here we have recipe various. You can do it with egg, without egg, with milk, without milk, with yogurt. They do it in any. Today we will do a very simple recipe, which is water, flour, yeast. So now let's start and show the procedure. Our flour, I will keep a little bit in case it will become too wet. Then I will put here a little bit of yeast. Okay. And I will start to pour the water. As I told you, if you like it, or if you wanted to make it more soft or whatsoever, you can put also milk. But the recipe, I found out that is better like this. I will put also a little bit of oil to give a crispy crust, and I'll start to mix. The water should be room temperature or a little bit more hot. Not hot, but it will be much better for the yeast to have a temperature a little bit like 25 degrees, 27 degrees. Now, of course, the best instrument, you know, as I say every time, it's the hand. I will start to mix. All right. As you can see, the consistency is becoming soft and nice. This is our lipioshka. Now, we keep it in a warm place and we leave it to grow. It will double his volume. And when they double his volume, it will be ready to work it out. So now, for now, we come back in a while. Let's watch our bread. As you can see, watch, it's very soft and it's raised. So it's time for us to give him the shape, because as I will show you, they have a very nice instrument with a very beautiful design, which will give the imprint of our bread. So first of all, we press it in the center with our hand in order to create a side to this bread, which are a little bit more thick. As you can see, the shape is typical, like a pita, but a little bit more thick on the side. Now, this is a small size. You can do it any size, big, medium, smaller. And the final touch. There it is. Hoppa. Watch how beautiful. We have a center flour. And this will be cooked in this tandoori oven. The oven that they build by themselves with the mold and some water. And we will then eat it together with salads and whatsoever we cooked. So guys, ready to go? We will go to the tandoori. We cook the bread. Let's go. Unleavened flatbread. Sift flour and add to the warm water vegetable oil, salt, sugar and yeast. Knead the dough and let it rise in a warm place. Afterwards, knead the dough a little shape into a ball. Shape the ball into flatbread. Decorate the center of the flatbread. Brush the flatbread with milk and bake it in tandoor oven until it browns. This is our final preparation. Our lipioshka, our bread, Kazakh bread, also will be cooked in the tandoori oven. A tandoori is an oven used for cooking. It has a semi-spherical shape and a round opening. Usually, it's placed in a yard or on a clay platform. The outside of the oven is covered with raw clay bricks in order to increase the temperature of the oven. The cooking temperature reaches 400 degrees. Firewood, coal, and brushwood are used to heat the oven. The tandoori is mainly used for baking samsa, bread, and even for making barbecue. The tandoori is very efficient and has a high capacity. Okay guys, look this table, enjoy this food, try it at home, be with friends, enjoy with them, and don't forget, watch our program for our next recipes and next delicious food.